All right, guys, today we're going to put our touch on the subject of the month, I guess. Is Sword and Shield better than Scarlet and Violet, or is Scarlet and Violet better than Sword and Shield? Is Scarlet and Violet going to overtake Sword and Shield? Is it going to be more expensive? Is there really more product for Sword and Shield than Scarlet and Violet? We're going to try to answer those questions today. So this is my first time going through all this stuff. We're going to talk about sealed products and then singles afterwards. I did a better job comparing the sealed to top sealed to top sealed. I didn't do such a good job with singles, so bear with me on those. But here we go. Let's get right into it. First off, we got Evolving Skies at $2,600 booster box with 134 currently available from 45 sellers. I've seen some people just like look at the current sellers, but you could have like 50 as one seller, and that's going to be a lot more quantity. So there's 134 Evolving Skies available. Compare that to Destined Rivals, which is the top set from Scarlet and Violet. So that kind of gives you guys an idea here. Sitting at about $520 with 169 available from 68 sellers. Fusion Strike is number two, looking at about $1,000, and there's 68 available. So there's a big difference between Fusion and Evolving Skies. How they evolved, sitting at 450, and we have 157. Lost Origin sitting at 720, and we have 94. Obsidian Flames. Now I know Obsidian Flames isn't like in terms of strength the best, but in terms of price, it's like the third or fourth most expensive booster box. That's why it's here. Don't look into it that hard, I guess. There's 132 of Obsidian Flames available. Brilliant Stars, $585, 51 available. Twilight Masquerade, $336 and 363 available. So as of right now, I'm not really seeing much correlation between generation to generation. 525 for Chilling Reign, 73 available. Let's look at Surging Sparks, 270. Damn, if those $700 booster box, that'd been wild. 270 with over 1,000 listed. Wow, that's a lot. Silver Tempest, 472 with 84 available. Journey Together, 275 with 67 available. Astral Radiance at 385 with 89 available, and Temporal Forces at basically 280 with 102 available. So yeah, going through the sealed product, I'm not really seeing much of a correlation outside of, there's a lot of Scarlet and Violet that's still in rotation. Pretty much looking at Surging Sparks with over 1,000 listed. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any correlation between, the amount of sets that are available or the amount of product that's available to prices. I'm not really seeing much of anything. Let me know if you guys picked up on something. I would have thought there would have been less Evolving Skies on the market than that, but just because of the price point, really. But yeah, I'm not really seeing any correlation, not really able to pick one over the other. I will say that Scarlet and Violet seems to have more depth in their sets, whereas Sword and Shield is like top couple hits heavy, and that's it. Outside of obviously Evolving Skies, Evolving Skies has a lot of depth. All right, so let's look into the singles here. Sword and Shield first. So taking a look at Sword and Shield, we have the Moon Kitty right about $2,000, 27 available in near mint. Gengar, 950 with 24 available. The Giratina V, 785. Wow, that got expensive. 38 available. Big Daddy Rayquaza sitting at 750. We have 28 of those available. Dragonite, this is from Evolving Skies, 450, 57 of those available. Lugia at 415, 54 available. Blaziken at 475, 32 available. The Charizard from Brilliant Stars, 290, 45 available. The Espeon from Fusion Strike sitting at $315 with 49 available. The Galarian Moltres from Chilling Reign, 250 with 43 available. Sleepy T-Tar from Battle Styles. Not that Battle Styles is a great set. I just try to grab top singles from a plethora of sets. $205 with 43 available. I didn't mean to hit the X on that. Whoops. Machamp V at $200. There's 26 available, and the Aerodactyl from Lost Origin at 160 with 56 available. So with Sword and Shield, it doesn't seem that there's any one card that has over 50 in stock or available. Let's see what Scarlet and Violet has. Umbreon from Prismatic, you're looking at $1,300, and there's only 15. That is definitely the lowest so far. Mew from Paldean Fates, you're at $720, seeing 36. Charizard were almost $700. What? That really pumped hard. Wow, did that pump? Just shy of 100 at 99. Team Rocket's Mewtwo from Destined, 550, 40 available. Charizard from Paldean Fates sitting at 265, 72 available. Greninja from Twilight Masquerade, 43 available. Pikachu, basically 290. This is from Surging Sparks. There's 90. Zekrom, 190 with 50 available. Cynthia's Garchomp, again from Destined Rivals, 260 with 66 available. Oh, Blastoise from 151 sitting at $180 with 116 available. Wow, look at that. Look at that meaty pullback from 220 all the way down to 180. Maybe we'll do a 151 pullback video. Lily's Clarify sitting at 140, 126 available. Charizard from Obsidian, 110 with 123 available. Gardevoir, is that really a $150 card right now with 55 available? There's no way that's a $150 card. No way. No, it's only $75 or $80. That still seems like a lot. Salamence from Journey Together, we're at $62. That seems cheap for this card, and $179. So if we're gonna compare sealed, I don't really see much of a correlation between any of them. It's kind of all random. I will say there is some cheaper side to Sword and Shield. I'm looking mostly at Chilling Reign, Astral Radiance. I didn't put in Battle Styles, probably Battle Styles, and Silver Tempest is kind of cheap. So comparing sealed to sealed, I don't see there's much overlap besides either Scarlet and Violet is overpriced or Sword and Shield is underpriced, at least in the back half or the lower half, because Astral Reigns is only 385, and sure, it's a weaker set. Chilling Reign and Silver Tempest really aren't super pricey, although they do have a big chase card. There's not a whole lot else in there. I mean, I know Chilling Reign has that Moltres that we looked at, but outside of that, like those three sets, think there's really nothing to correlate. That's the only thing, in my opinion, that makes it seem that Scarlet and Violet is a little overpriced. But the overpriced sets are really still in print. I mean, Destined Rivals is the main factor in there. Twilight Masquerade, outside of that, like we didn't look at Paradox Rift, and any of the early Scarlet and Violet isn't really that pricey. Or they're just not that great of sets. So it wouldn't be fair to, compare those against Evolving Skies or anything like that. So sealed wise, I'm gonna say there's really no correlation. They really have the same amount of stock, which okay, I guess if you look at that way, where okay, how much is available on the market, they're pretty similar outside of Surging Sparks. So with that, maybe there's less Scarlet and Violet sealed out there than there is Sword and Shield. I mean, we got tons of reprints of ETBs and booster boxes of Sword and Shield, and we never really saw that outside of Prismatic with Scarlet and Violet, at least not yet. Singles wise, kind of shows a different story. I think there's more Scarlet and Violet singles out there, which would kind of point to the fact that more packs of Scarlet and Violet were ripped than Sword and Shield. Does that mean there's more printed? It could be. Or it could just mean that there's more sealed Sword and Shield out there, and thus Scarlet and Violet might appreciate faster. But we're just making assumptions on assumptions on assumptions at this point. I don't want to base anything off of all of these assumptions. You can form your own hypothesis based off of that. But it definitely seems like there is more quantity of Scarlet and Violet singles than there are of Sword and Shield singles. Do with that information what you wish. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In the description of the video, there are links to my website, to the Discord, to my other social medias, to my email list. Sign up for the email list, join the Discord, place an order on my website. I will be very happy to package your orders. And if you're lucky, you will be featured in our shorts when we package videos. That's all I got for you guys. This is Max Pax, dipping out.